I don't think it'll be too hectic, even if, like, cause we've got the 2 rows reserved.
How can we keep our makeup civilized?
Me and my curlers.
Looks very nice, huh?
Don't feel left out that you don't have a necklace. It's because your dress can't have it. It's true.
Looking up from underneath, fractured moonlight on the sea. Reflections still look the same to me as before I went under. And it's peaceful in the deep cathedral where you cannot breathe. No need to pray, no need to speak. Now I'm under a roll, and it's breaking over me. 1,000 miles down to the seabed, found a place to rest my head. Never let me go, never let me go, never let me go. And the arms of the ocean are carrying me, and all this devotion was rushing out of me. And the crushes of heaven for a sinner like me, but the arms of the
No, stop it now. Dry yourself. I can't do it. Dry yourself, woman.
oh, the pressure.
Nearly over.
The only way I can escape, it seems a heavy choice to make. But now I'm under a roll, and it's breaking over me. 1,000 miles down to
Have we lost the power again?
found a place to rest my head.
And coffee.
And the arms of the ocean are carrying me, and all this devotion was rushing out of me. And the questions of heaven for a sinner like me, but the arms of the ocean delivered me. And it's over, and I'm going under, but I'm not
I'm
giving
probably going to
up.
bore when I get there. No.
Somebody has tissue. Giving in.
Come, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bridesmaids go in the Audi. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you.
No, I have to go flat.
In the arms of the ocean, so sweet and so cold, and all this devotion, well, I never knew at all. And the crushes of heaven for a sinner released, but the arms of the ocean delivered me. Never let me go, never let me go, never let me go, never let me go. Delivered me. Never let me go, never let me go, never let me go. Delivered me. Never let me go, never let me go, never let me go. Delivered me. And it's over, and I'm going under, but I'm not giving up. I'm just giving it all. Sleeping underneath, so cold and so sweet, so cold and so sweet, so cold and so sweet, so cold and so sweet.
I need to be on your roof. Yeah. Let's do it. Ladies. Right, you two just go a little bit deeper. You two go, not you two. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Stop right there. Turn face one another. Lift the veil. Mum, come and help with the veil a little bit here, please. All right, both of you give your daughter a kiss. Kiss. All right. Hey, Dad, come here. And so I ask the all-important question, who gives this gorgeous, just a touch tearful bride's hand away in marriage?
I do.
Step forward, shake hands with the receive your bride's right hand in your hand there, and right. And then, all right, turn around now, face everybody.
I promise to give you the best of myself, and I ask of you no more than you can give. I promise to respect you as your own person, and to realize that your interests, desires, and needs are no less important than my own. I promise to share with you my time and my attention, and to bring joy, strength, and imagination to our relationship. I promise to keep myself open to you, to let you see through the window of my world into my innermost fears and feelings, secrets and dreams. I promise to grow along with you, to be willing to face changes in order to keep our relationship alive and exciting. I promise to love you in good times and in bad, with all I have to give and all I feel inside, in the only way I know how, completely and forever.
I, Kieran, take you, Bronwyn,
to be my wife.
to be my wife.
I promise to be true to you
I promise to be true to you
in good times and in bad,
in good times and in bad,
in sickness and in health.
in sickness and in health.
I will love you and honor you
I will love you and honour you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
Now separate your hands, please. Bronwyn, please take Kieran's hands in yours. On the side of family and friends gathered here today, loudly and clearly, I ask you to marry your groom, Kieran. I, Bronwyn, take you, Kieran,
I, Bronwyn, take you, Kieran,
to be my husband.
to be my husband.
I promise to be true to you
I promise to be true to you
in good times and in bad,
in good times and in bad,
in sickness and in health.
in sickness and in health.
I will love you and honor you
I will love you and honour you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
Bronwyn and Kieran, you have declared your consent before all who are gathered here today in your name. May your day and your marriage and your journey through life be filled with peace, with joy, life and love.
Bronwyn, take this ring
As a sign of my love
as a sign of my love
and of my commitment to you.
and of my commitment to you.
Kieran, take this ring
Kieran, take this ring
as a sign of my love
as a sign of my love
and of my commitment to you.
and of my commitment to you.
Now, folks, I don't think we can restrain them any longer. Let's allow them to give each other the first kiss of their married life.
Sunlight comes creeping in, illuminates our skin. We watch the day go by, stories of what we did. It made me think of you. It made me think
It's my
of
great
you.
joy and honor to present to you Mr. Kieran and Mrs. Bronwyn.
Under a trillion stars, we danced on top of cars, took pictures of the stage, so far from where we are. They made me think of you. They made me think of you. Oh, lights go down in the moment we lost and found. I just wanna these wings could fly. Oh, damn these walls. In the moment we're 10 feet tall. And how you tore me after it all. We remember tonight for the rest of our lives.
Good evening, everybody. I'm the father of the bride. And I'm quite a proud father tonight. I appreciate that the speeches should be short. I do need to tell you, though, that most of my life I've been in a home dominated by women. So I haven't had many opportunities to say much. And even when I've had the opportunity to say something, nobody's listened. So I'm going to give it my best shot tonight. I'm sure you all agree that the venue is absolutely spectacular. You know, I say to those people who've come from overseas, welcome to Africa. This is why we live here. We've had load shedding today. The invites didn't get posted because we had a postal strike, but it's still fantastic. Part of my responsibility as father of the bride is to pay a special welcome to Kieran's mom and dad, to Sash and to Pierre, and welcome, and on behalf of Sally and Sharon and Siva, I welcome you to South Africa and to the event today. Obviously it goes without saying that I welcome everybody else. People have come from far afield to join us today, from overseas, from Joburg, from Durban, from PE, from Benoni. Thanks for coming, Peter. And it's also very special to welcome Bronwyn's godparents, Joan and Donnie. Thanks for being here. As I said, we've got people from the UK, we've got people from Belgium, Cape Town, Port Elizabeth, Durban, Joburg, and Benoni. I really thought that when Kieran and Bronwyn spoke about the wedding, having it at Lawrenceford, I thought, well, this is easy. All I have to do is I just open my checkbook and that's it. That's all I've got to do. Well, don't believe that. You know, opinions come from everywhere. It doesn't matter if you're involved or you're not involved. You have an opinion. And we've had to try and deal with it. Bronwyn, we're very, very lucky that you've had the attention to detail that you've had. You've pulled it all together and you've done a fantastic job. The company that I work for many, many years proudly wear their cufflinks tonight, but you all saw the cake that was in the center of the dance floor. That was handcrafted by David van Staden. So I thank David very, very much for that. It's a 7 chocolate cake, which I think means that there's 7 different kinds of chocolate in the chocolate cake. To John van Rooyen, who has been, he's been an absolute support to me. He's given me guidance. John's the guy that's allowed us to stay in all of their hotels in Cape Town. So thank you, John. The main purpose of my speech is actually to speak about Bronwyn. That's what it said on Google, anyway. What I find quite interesting is that my two daughters, Bronwyn and Courtney, they've never really lived together, but they are so alike and they've created such a bond that it's amazing. You know, if you also think that, if you didn't know the circumstances, Richard and Courtney are also like normal brother and sister, fighting all the time. So in 1989, Bronwyn moved to Cape Town with Sally and Richard. She went to Edgemead Primary and then on to Edgemead High in 1995 for 3 years. After Edgemead High, she went to Abbott's College and she wrote her matric there. I'm not sure what year that was. I think 2000, yeah. She then went into, she did a course at the Tygerberg College studying travel and tourism. And that was despite me trying to persuade her that hospitality, travel and tourism really wasn't as much as it was made out to be. But anyway, she decided that that's what she would do. In 2007, she worked for Flight Centre in Cape Town, and then she decided that she'd give the UK a try. And she went over to the UK on a 1-year working visa, working holiday visa, and she started working for Flight Centre in the UK, where she still works today. She then did the big step, and she applied for the first leg of her British citizenship. She applied for an ancestral visa, and she got a visa for 5 years. Okay, after she spent the 5 years there, she then qualified for indefinite leave to remain, which she got after she went through the tests where she had to fill in how many Muslims there were in the UK, how many Bangladeshis there were, how many, all those other nationalities there were. Anyway, she passed. She's now qualified to become a fully fledged pop. Not much enthusiasm from the South African. Interestingly enough, in 1945, her paternal grandparents moved from the UK to South Africa, the other way to what she's going, and they actually took out South African citizenship. It is interesting to note, though, that Bronwyn still came into South Africa now 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago, as a South African, on a South African passport, and she got married as a South African. We'll get to that. Living in the UK has allowed Bronwyn to do extensive travel. And if I just run through the list here, Cuba, USA, Cancun, Paris, Rome, Brussels, Nice, Munich, Amsterdam, Ireland, Seychelles, Dubai, Thailand, Australia, Singapore, Macau, and Hong Kong. It's not a bad list. I would be proud to have gone to all of those countries. Obviously, there is another highlight of the time that she spent in the UK, and she met Kieran. The highlight. Kieran and Bronwyn on the 22nd of October this year signed their contracts in order to purchase their own home. So that's a further highlight of her time overseas. I think all of what I've said before just illustrates that Bronwyn is very, very independent, and I think it goes without saying that she knows exactly what she wants. Kieran? I I can try and give you a bit of advice. There's two things necessary to keep your wife happy. One, let her think she is having her own way. And two, the other is to let her have it. Just one other thing that also helps is let her have her own credit card. Kieran, we welcome you to our family, and we're absolutely sure that Bronwyn will be welcomed into yours. There is no greater gift than you give to another person than all the love that you have. To honor, support, and respect each other. A lifetime commitment of that love is far more precious than anything else on earth. I'm in no doubt that Bronwyn will continue to make Kieran happy and be a wonderful wife. We are all extremely proud of you. I would like you to all stand, and I would like you to propose a toast to the health and happiness of the beautiful bride and her handsome groom. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. It makes me feel immensely proud to be able to hand over the microphone to my stepson, the groom, Kieran.
No pressure, mate. Thanks. The good thing is you've actually taken up quite a lot of my allocation, so I can make this very short. Now, I want to start by saying, on behalf of my wife and I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone here. To be able to share this day with our family and friends is really an overwhelming experience, and it has made it even more special than we could have ever imagined. Sorry, let me just adjust this a little bit. Thank you to Mike, Sally, Sharon, Sibba, Mum and Pierre, for everything you've done to make us today, everything you've done to help us make today what it has been. It really couldn't have done without all your support, and for that we are so grateful. Mike, thank you for your generosity, not just today, but for the whole time since I've met you. You've never given me a hard time. And I know many father-in-laws that haven't been as welcome as you have, but in all sincerity, thank you for everything that you've done. A special thank you to the mums here today. To my mum, as I get older and gain new perspectives on life, it makes me realise how much you really have done for us. You really are the strongest woman I've ever known, and I cannot explain how much I appreciate you. I know life hasn't always been easy, but you've always been there for us. You raised us, you looked after us, and you made us the people we are today. Pierre, thank you for being her support and her rock. If I could make Bronwyn half as happy as you've made our mum, then I'd consider it a job well done. Now, very early on, I quickly learned that one of, if not the most important thing to Bronwyn in his family. Having spent time with both Sally and Sharon, it's easy to see the influence you have had over her throughout the years. The kindness you have both shown towards me has been unbelievable, and it really is a privilege to now be part of your family. To the bridesmaids, who all look absolutely stunning, by the way, thanks for getting Bronwyn here on time. But thanks for being there for her today. She loves each and every one of you, and having you as part of our day, I know, has made it extra special for her. To my groomsmen, thank you for standing with me today. Robbie, thank you for being my best man, arranging one hell of a stag weekend, and being there for me not just the last 12 months since I asked you, but from when we met 18 years ago. this is the point where I normally mention that Robbie has a tendency to exaggerate embarrassing situations, and to bear that in mind when he gives his speech, but I won't go there. The last few thank yous I'd like to give are for those who have helped us throughout planning today. I've already mentioned our parents, but both Melissa and Carla, you've been absolute legends on the ground over here. You've been such an amazing help to us, and it's been especially for us being so far away, so thank you. Now, on to the most important person of the day, and no, that's not me. My new wife, Bronwyn, who looks absolutely sensational. Now, I'm not one who believes in soulmates. I don't believe in fate or destiny, and I don't believe that everything happens for a reason. But I do believe in luck. I know it's an old cliche, but I really cannot put into words how lucky I am to have met you, to have got to know you, to have fallen in love with you, and to be starting the rest of my life with you. I'm lucky to have found a person that is so caring, so considerate, so motivated and so driven, selfless, kind and generous. But above all else, I'm lucky that you chose me. You chose me to be the one to look after you, to be your support, to always be there with you through the good times and the bad, to drive you absolutely crazy, and to have a family with and grow old with. You motivate me, you push me, you direct me, you're a pain in the arse, but I wouldn't change a single thing about you. You're my best friend, and I love you unconditionally. Now, I was informed a short while back that it's tradition to provide a gift to my new wife on our wedding day, showing her how much she means to me. There's no prizes for guessing who reminded me that. I actually had a little bit of a scare over it today because I actually left it at Erin Vale. So a big thank you to Neil and Paul, who are absolute legends. They drove around there, they found it under a towel in one of the bedrooms apparently. But no, thank you guys, you've saved the last part. I actually decided pretty quickly what that gift would be. When we first met our minister, he asked if we'd like to write our own vows, which we opted against. However, I wanted to give Bronwyn something that was special and show her how much she does mean to me. I'd like to finish this speech by reading to you the vows that I've prepared. So at the risk of this being held against me for the rest of the time, here goes. I can't promise you that our lives will be easy. I can't promise you that our lives will be perfect. I can't promise that I won't frustrate you, and there will be times that I make mistakes. I can promise I will always be there for you when times are hard. I can promise I will do all I can to make you happy. I can promise I will always look after and protect you, and that I will love you every day and more. To me, you are more than my wife. To me, you are more than my best friend. Oops, I shouldn't have this. To me, you are more than I can put into words. To me, you are everything. So on that note, I'd like everyone to please stand. Raise their glasses and join me in toasting my new bride for being the incredible woman that she is, to Bronwyn.
Everyone have a nice day? Right, I'm only joking. Kieran's asked me very, very nicely not to actually mention anything horrible about him, but I'm going to forget about that. Okay. Thank you all for coming together today in celebration of Kieran and Bronwyn. What a fantastic day it has been. And I think I speak on behalf of everyone. They are a perfect match for each other. Okay, so a round of applause for Bronwyn and Kieran. Bronwyn, you look absolutely stunning today. Really, really beautiful. Kieran, not bad, mate. Not bad. I presume that Bronwyn's got a lot to do with your outfit today, because you've had some real horrible outfits in your time. There's a time that sticks in our minds, especially with a lot of lads that are over there as well. There was a festival about 5 years ago. Now, give a bit of background about the Wireless Festival that we went to. Most festivals, full of mud, they're full of people throwing their beer over the crowd. Some of them actually urinating in their cup and actually throwing it over you. You get the picture. So we all turn up at Stevie Station, where we live. We're all wearing old clothes, old trainers, but still looking quite respectable. So I was waiting for Kieran, he's taking his time. He turns up, looks like he's going to go to centre court with Roger Federer at Wimbledon. A complete white outfit. So today, I don't think he's done too badly. So big round of applause for Kieran. Now, as Kieran said, obviously we met about 18 years ago, and that was actually at Collinswood School. Very, very early on, it was quite evident that we were both into football, Spurs, football, and give it a couple of years, we started getting interested in women. And that actually led to our next little story that I've got. It's our first ever drunk experience. It's the one that I remember. Now, we planned it for a couple of weeks, and we all nominated, well, I got nominated, Kieran nominated myself to actually be the one to go and try and get some alcohol. Now, I'm the most youngest out of the group, so I think I was 15 at the time, Kieran was actually 16. And so we go down to the old town where he lives. Now, Kieran had some words of wisdom, which were, I look back at it now, not very good words of wisdom. He said, you've got to look confident. I wasn't confident at all. He told me to put my collar up, so I did. Somewhere I got a cigarette and I put it top of my ear. He told me to do that as well. So then I walked into the off licence and I panic bought. I bought a bottle of vodka and I also bought some cloudy lemonade. Don't know why. So as soon as we got out, I ditched the cloudy lemonade. So cut a long story short, we started mucking around as young teenagers, thinking we were getting very, very drunk on these shots of vodka. Well, went for a bit of a walk and we ended up in the leisure park in Stevenage. A couple of lads had actually gone because they actually couldn't cope with the amount of alcohol that we thought we'd consumed. We actually stumbled across an unconscious man. We all panicked, thinking we're all underage, what's going to happen? Kieran starts panicking. Our friend James actually can't be here today, one of our groomsmen, said to Kieran to stay there. So James went off to go and get someone. I then told Kieran to also stay there and look after him. But Kieran started panicking, thinking he was going to be responsible for this person who he thought was actually dead. He wasn't, he was just obviously too drunk and on the floor, but Kieran at the time didn't understand it. So then, me being the sober one, I walked off to the leisure park. I spoke to the security guy trying to get this person reported. Obviously the land was coming. I told Kieran to stay there. Do you think he stayed there? No. Before I knew it, I turned around, Kieran stumbled through the actual doorway and headbutted the door and fell on the floor. He did tell us to leave, but that was just a very small snippet of the actual years to come. You know, I spent a lot of time with this guy, and the most specific time was in Hertford. We had some of the best times of my life and our life in Hertford. There was never a bad night in Hertford. We went to Ibiza together, what a great time that was. Even in Blackpool for our other friend's birthday, where Kieran decided not to get drunk in the daytime, like the rest of us, he decided to build a bridge out of sand. So there's still a little bit of, a bit confused why he did that, but we was all in the sea while Kieran was making a bridge out of sand. And we're doing time. What time are we at? Hurry up! I'm going to take my time. So, ready for the next bit? Now, as we grew up, me and Kieran was growing up through our younger years, was always our wingmen for each other when we met women. So I used to help him out, he used to help me out. So I found Natalie, my gorgeous fiancée, in the corner, and that Kieran hadn't got anyone at the moment. He then rang me after a work do, and that was actually the night that he met Bronwyn. It's the first I've ever heard about her. He said to me, Robbie, these were the exact words that he told me. He said, Robbie, I've met an amazing girl. I just laughed, because I've heard it before. But he kept on telling me that he's met this amazing girl and he's got a really good feeling about her. So the weeks went on, I didn't really see Kieran over Christmas or New Year, and then it comes to a couple of days after New Year and he rang me up again. And he said to me, you know, Robbie, I've got something to tell you. And I said, what's that? And he said, I think I love this girl. And I went, really? And he goes, yeah, I think I really do love her. And I think she told me back as well that she loves me as well. I think he was a bit confused. I think Bronwyn was walking across the road and then I think she might have said it back to him. So, as the time went on, the years I got to know Bronwyn, amazing, amazing girl. It was very evident to see that I could see Kieran adored her. And it was actually last year, and as I previously said, it was never a bad night in Hertford. And it was my birthday. Kieran and Bronwyn came, and Kieran's been edging, saying to me he wanted to talk to me about something. So he took me to one side and he said to me, you better start saving. I want you to come to South Africa, I want you to be my best man. Now, I was made up, mate. Absolutely made up. You know, you've been one of my best friends since I was 11 years old. I couldn't think of anything better than I wanted to do to help you out in your day. And here I stand today, just witnessing my best friend getting married. So I'm going to massive round of applause for Kieran and Bronwyn. Now, Obviously, for the stag do, what happens in a stag do stays in a stag do, so I'll give you a very small snippet of what happened. We organised a great weekend in Newcastle, a weekend where Kieran was in a baby grow for most of it. He seemed to think he was the last man standing, but he wanted to make sure that he kept one of our friends awake all night, so that's why he stayed up all night. He took it well. He got a few dodgy pints, he got some bum slaps and some bubbly football, took it well. But one of the most important things is that I failed my job for about 5 minutes, and he gave me so much stick for it. I lost him for 5 minutes. But when he came back and I found him, why was you wearing a male organised stripper hat? Where had you been? Exactly, the whole weekend's a blur. But on reflection on the stag do, on the way home, Kieran said to me he was very overwhelmed. Very overwhelmed. Kieran up and left and went to London to seek his career. And obviously leaving a few friends behind. But when it comes to the stag do, there was over 20 people that come to the stag do. This is a pure testament to you, Kieran. You're a fantastic guy, we all think a lot of you, and we wouldn't have travelled halfway across the world to come be with you today. Alright, let's just all you for you, mate, alright? Okay, there's a few people that actually can't be here today, and one of them is one of Kieran's best friends, James. And he's just got a very small message for you. Okay, James and Joe send their love, and would have loved to have shared that with you. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Hubbard. So everyone, a round of applause for James and Joe. Another short message is from Mark, Jane, Emily, Luke and Joseph. So I'm just going to read this out for you. To Kieran and Bronwyn, we wish we were with you to share this amazing and special day. We are thinking of you both and raising a glass from the North Hemisphere. Bronwyn, we know you look gorgeous. We send you our love and best wishes for a wonderful, happy life together. Looking forward to seeing you when you are back. Cheers. Much love, Mark, Jane, Emily, Luke and Joseph. A big round of applause. Now, if everyone's going to stand up quickly for 1 minute, just 1 minute, I want everyone to look over to the iPad in the corner. This is Kieran's great nan that's in Skype at the moment, and she's got a card for you, Kieran and Bronwyn. She's got a card which I'm going to read out. Everyone wave to great nan. So, I'll read out the card to you, Kieran. Everyone sit down now for us, please. Dearest Bronwyn and Kieran, hoping every moment of today is always treasured in both of your hearts, and the happiness and love you feel for each other continues to grow. With love and wishes for an amazing future together. Wishing you lots of joy and happiness on this special day. May it be the start of a wonderful and exciting night together. My love and best wishes, Nan. A big round of applause for Nan. Okay, so before I finish, we're going to do a small toast. One little toast. This is going to be for Bronwyn. This is based on the fact that she is the one that's organised this fantastic day. Because based on Kieran's very, very poor organisational skills for our Sunday League football team back in the day, there's no way on earth that he could actually do this day on his own. So a big round of applause for Bronwyn. And in saying that, can we all be outstanding, please? And raise our glasses to Mr. and Mrs. Hubbard.
The drinks are on break tonight, guys.
Looking up from underneath, fractured moonlight on the sea. Reflections still look the same to me as before I went under. And it's peaceful in the deep cathedral where you cannot breathe. No need to pray, no need to speak. Now I'm under a roll and it's breaking over me. 1,000 miles down to the seabed, found a place to rest my head. Never let me go, never let me go, never let me go. And the arms of the ocean are carrying the crushes of heaven for a sinner like me, but the arms of the ocean delivered me. Though the pressure's hard to take, it's the only way I can escape. It seems a heavy choice to make, but now I'm under a roar and it's breaking over me. 1,000 miles down to the seabed, found a place to rest my head. And the arms of the ocean are carrying me, and all this devotion was rushing out of me. In the crushes of heaven for a sinner like me, but the arms of the ocean delivered me. And it's over, and I'm going under, but I'm not giving up, I'm just giving in. Ooh, slipping underneath, ooh, so close to the arms of the ocean, so sweet and so cold, and all this devotion, well, I never knew at all. And the crushes of heaven for a sinner released, but the arms of the ocean